You are listening live to The Score with Joseph Huerta. I'm Chase Efurd. Whoever you are, wherever you are, we'd like to thank you for making us a part of your night on this June 15th edition of The Score. And we have a special guest today joining us on the panel. That'll be Tanner Favela, live from Mansfield, Arkansas. Tanner, thank you for joining us today. Tanner.
Pleasure to be here, Chase.
Okay. Even though it's laggy, Tanner's there. So Joseph, we're trying to do this show on Skype, considering how we can't all be together on this episode.
Yes.
So if you hear any technical weird sounds, that's why, because we're still trying to perfect this. But lots of good sports stuff going on lately. An NBA season has come to a close. NHL season is nearing a close, and baseball is baseball.
Yeah.
But we had a great NBA Finals this year, just as good as any other finals I've ever watched. And in the end, the Mavs come up with their first world championship, is what they call it, even though it's just the United States, but whatever.
Yeah.
Or Canada, if you want to count Toronto. But the Mavs win their first NBA championship. They defeat the Heat in the sixth game of the series, 105-95. And this is something that a lot of people around here enjoyed because there's a lot of Mavericks fans where we live. But a lot of people enjoyed that because they wanted to see the big three fall. Joseph, what did you think about the series?
It was a great series to watch. If you missed it, it sucks to be you, because you missed one of the best 6 games of basketball I've seen in a really long time. It was a lot of people like you were saying, a lot of people wanted to see the big three get toasted because for some reason they became the villain ever since the decision and that big pep rally kind of thing they threw at the beginning of the season where LeBron James was like, we're going to win 5 champ, no 6, no 7, no 8, no 12, no 33, whatever he said.
Yeah.
that kind of put a painted a target right on their chest even before the season started.
Basically.
Yeah, but
Tanner, you watched some of these games with me. I know you did. What did you think about the series?
Yes. I just love how almost every one of the Mavericks victories that it was just a come from behind win. It was just so cool. I love those kind of games. It adds to it, adds to the suspense, the drama, the whatever you want to call it.
But there were a few things that were frustrating me throughout the whole playoffs. Just trying to watch the Dallas Mavericks play was what the refs would give Dirk Nowitzki. Watching him play Oklahoma City, that was the worst officiating I've seen in a really long time. How many fouls they gave Dirk? Like every time he picked the ball up to shoot, somebody would like breathe on his neck the wrong way or something like that, and they'd give him foul shots. It was really
the first game of that series was just ridiculous.
Like it wasn't even fun to watch. It was like it felt like the refs were almost cheating the Thunder out of a chance to win that game.
Yeah,
I can see where you're coming.
Yeah, I can see that. We noted earlier that. Go ahead, Tanner.
How many points did Dirk have for free throws in the first game?
In the first game in the Western Conference
Oklahoma
Finals?
City game.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think he had I think it was 24, I believe. He was like 21 of 21, something like it was somewhere around 20, but he was perfect from the night. But he had way too many free throws. They gave him way too many fouls.
He had 24 free throws that night.
It was 24. That to me that's unacceptable. Give a guy that many shots in one game?
Well, it seemed like every time he touched the ball, he got fouled.
That's what I know. You stuck your hands up in his face, they're gonna call a foul because you got in his vision or something like that. You touched his line of sight. That's what they're probably calling now. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. But back to the finals. The one thing that I took away from this was that I rooted for the Mavs the whole time, but not because I hated the big three. It's because I wanted to see Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd and Jason Terry finally get that ring. There were some people that doubted that Dirk would ever get the ring.
Yeah, I mean, I could care less if Jason Terry got the ring, but for Kidd and Nowitzki, I wanted them to get one.
Kidd for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's exactly why I was rooting for the Mavericks.
Yeah, and see, back around 2006, once they lost to the Heat, then people were questioning whether Dirk had what it takes. They were pretty much doing what they're doing to LeBron right now.
Yeah,
and
except for you would expect LeBron James to win a championship before like before he gets to the age of Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
MJ didn't win one until he was like 27,
28,
and LeBron
28.
28,
Yeah,
and LeBron's what 26.
26.
26 years old. Yeah, so he's still got time. I
So
mean,
let's not get into the MJ comparison.
well, let's get to. Hold on, let's talk about that for a second. The MJ comparisons aren't fair. Like they're not even the same style of player. You look at LeBron
Yeah,
James.
but I'm just
He's more of
saying
a
that's
point
why we don't
guard
need to get in.
than Michael Jordan. Like, you think of LeBron James when he was in high school. Everybody started crowning him as the next big thing coming out of high school, and then he was going to be a star in the NBA. So it seems like he never really had to work hard to get where he is now. Everybody just kind of gave it to him. So he never was able to develop that work ethic like
Yeah.
Michael Jordan had. Because wasn't Michael Jordan like cut from his high school basketball team at one point?
No,
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah,
He was cut from something.
he was cut from his high school basketball team.
I don't
That's
think it
what
was high school. I
No,
wasn't his,
I think
I thought it was his junior high.
It was one of those. He was cut from his team. How can you cut Michael Jordan from your
Yeah.
basketball team at all? But and so Michael Jordan was able to develop that drive and that work ethic to get where he is now. And LeBron James never had this. Everybody. So I mean, you can almost say his success is his worst enemy, just because of how our media is today. You can look like
Yeah.
that is what created the pressure that's on him right now. Like he's got the weight of the world on his
It gets
shoulders.
to his head because
Yeah, of course. I mean, when you that much
half the
pressure.
world's expecting something great out of him.
Yeah, no other superstar like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson never had to play in a society where everything is as analyzed as how would I say it? Everything is talked as much. Like everybody, there's the internets now, so everybody is telling everybody their opinions, and
Yeah.
so I mean, like everything that anybody says about LeBron, it seems like it's going to get to LeBron.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Doubt
See,
there's a-
we haven't even the whole point of this whole conversation is the fact that LeBron tore it up in every series except for this one.
Well,
And
he didn't like do bad the entire series. It seemed like the second half he would
the second half of
disappear.
the series he just didn't show up. I mean,
Yeah.
he would play well for 3 quarters, and then
Yeah.
his percentage in fourth quarter was like atrocious. He didn't show up for fourth quarters of games.
I do think that LeBron James he did play better than what people think in the fourth quarter because people seem to focus on the the point stat, like how many points has he put in the game. Because I mean he was dishing assists and playing decent defense at times. There were times where like Jason Terry blew by him, but there were other times where he's playing good defense. I mean, but people fall in love with the point stat, like how many points did he actually put up?
Well,
And-
speaking of Jason Terry, what do you think about how the whole series he did not show up, and in the last game he just exploded?
Well, that's the only game that anybody's going to remember. I mean, like you think about now,
I
like
mean-
everybody thinking about LeBron James, like what's his name? Like there are people. I heard today on the radio that there are a few people that ranked their top 5 NBA players, and LeBron James wasn't on there. I think one of them was Skip Bayless,
You being
the
serious?
dumbest person in the universe.
Skip Bayless,
Is an idiot.
yeah, he is.
Well, and he's like he thinks he's right. Like he thinks he's telling everybody like how he's been telling everybody for like the past 6 years. Oh, LeBron James isn't that good. He's been telling everybody that. But
That's stupid.
he's stupid. Like everybody right now is only remembering what they saw in the NBA Finals. They don't remember what happened in the first round of the playoffs, what happened in the conference semifinals, and what happened in the conference finals. LeBron James destroyed every team.
He was on fire.
Yeah, he did amazing. And then he gets in the finals and he does well in game 1. He doesn't do as well in the rest of the series, but he still played well. And it's weird to think a guy who gets a triple-double in the NBA Finals, he's playing bad. That's how high LeBron James' expectations are. And that's kind of
Yeah.
that's from the what am I trying to say? That's kind of disgusting for somebody to actually think of it that way.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for instance, let's look on the other side. Let's say if Sean Marion had the kind of games that LeBron was saying, they would have said Sean Marion didn't do bad.
No, they say
But
he's doing
'cause
good.
LeBron
and-
was doing like that.
yeah, if anybody else on the
No, I
team,
said he didn't.
no,
That's what I'm
if
saying.
anybody
They would say
else,
he didn't do half bad.
yeah, I see what you're saying. If anybody else besides LeBron or D Wade had a 17-10-10 night in the NBA Finals, they'd be praising him. They'd be showing their highlights all over the place. But because LeBron James did it, they think, oh, since